Welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2, and we are back with game number 2 of the matchup between the Etiers and Cimmerias Chosen. This is from the Total War League Siege Tournament Season 8. Now, in game 1, we had Cimmerias Chosen defending with the Etiers attacking. And with the hordes of Royal Scythia, the Cimmerian Chosen players were able to fight off the Etier invaders. But here we are in game 2, and the roles have been flipped. We have the Etiers on defense. We have got Etiers being commanded by Keferd, and Pergamon being commanded by Tribe Tommy. But now, Cimmerias Chosen, the winners of Game 1, now have to flip the script and now have to invade Eilden. That's what this settlement is, on Small. So for Cimmerias Chosen, we have got Colchis being commanded by Rogel Dorn, and we have got Nabatea being commanded by Destro. Now, the Cimmerias Chosen in Game 1, if I got my math correctly, walked out of that game with 3 points because they won on defense, which gave them 2, and their factions gave them 1 point, making them a 3-point winner. For this, Cimmerias Chosen, if they win on attack, they will get a further 3 points, plus or minus their factions, which you'll see right here. So Nabatea is a -1, so if they win, they would get 2 points. Colchis is a +1, so basically a wash for factions. So if Cimmerias Chosen, if they win, they get 3 points as is. For the Etiers, if they win as the defenders, they will get 2 points, but Etiers is a +1 faction, which make it a 3-point win, and Pergamon is a -1 faction, so once again a wash for the factions. So if the Etiers win on defense, they will get 2 points for this matchup. Now, on the right here, you can see that the Etiers player, we've got the Mercenary Rhodian Slingers. They are shooting down at the units, trying to destroy the towers. Now, if you remember from game number 1, the Etiers attacked this corner, right? And they put all of their eggs into this corner breach. They never destroyed this tower, so because they never destroyed this tower, as their armies sat out here and they tried to push through this breach, this tower just got tons of kills. Just free kills, you know what I mean? You can see the Cimmerias Chosen players not making that same mistake, and they are destroying the towers. This one at 48 damage. This one not quite burning yet, so he's at 82% fire damage. Once it gets to 100% fire damage, then it will start taking real damage. You can see this one's at 100 with 75% regular damage. Over on the left, they have set up a bit of an archer screen here, just to alleviate any sort of archers that may try to push over here to hit them. Now, from what I've seen, though, the Etiers player, I believe, went all Rhodian Slingers. I know he has at least 2 Rhodian Slingers. He's also got a couple Peltis, but I've not seen any Cretan archers from Etiers. We do have some standard archers from Pergamon, so no picked Peltis, it doesn't look like. Mercenary Italian swords getting up on the wall to throw jabbies. We also have a Mercenary Italian sword had come out the gate and has set themselves up right here. I think what they're trying to do there is just delay units from coming over to destroy this tower, possibly, but also could also be to alleviate archers from coming over here to shoot at the defenders. Obviously, only one Mercenary Italian sword is not going to prevent all of it, but it could delay enough just to buy them a little bit of time. Etiers has some Peltis, Samnite Warriors, Thorough Spears, There's going to be a lot of javelins on the field with Pergamon here. So far, nothing quite coming up into the breach yet, but the archers of Kolkis have moved forward. On the left, the Nabatean heavy archers. Let's see, we've got two that I see. Nabatean light peltis. He also has an Eastern Scorpion. The Greek giant ballista, 71 kills. And remember, that's 71 kills as well as a breach in the wall. So he has used some ammo on the breach. All right, coming in first, we've got the Hillmen of Kolkis are going to bear the brunt of the javelins of the Italian swords. Italian swords actually threw a bunch of javelins right into the dirt right here. They just did it again. They're trying to throw at the hillmen, but obviously there's a hill there. You know, because they're hillmen? Make myself laugh. Gotta be careful. Eastern archers shooting into that Italian sword, but shooting into it as the hillmen went charging in. The hillmen kind of holding that side a little bit, but I think what's going to happen, the Armored Desert Hoplites are going to push here. Well, maybe the other way around. Maybe Nabatean swords are going to go here. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to be. I thought the Armored Desert Hoplite was going to go this way. He may not want to go that way due to possible shots from here, while from this direction, he doesn't have as much risk to getting shot. Sorry, I was getting a drink. I don't think I would keep shooting at this now that you're in combat. He hasn't killed any of his own yet, but it's really not even that. It's just that you're shooting straight into something that's in combat, so you're really not getting the greatest shots here. Okay, Italian swords now shifting over and basically cycling out, getting this other Italian sword out of there. Galatian swords pulled out of that combat, getting themselves a free charge here for the hillmen, but they do have another Galatian sword putting javelins in. Nabatean archers have been doing some shooting. They've literally both 16 kills. Look at that. The Italian sword over here backed off just a little bit. First Galatian sword broken. It's got 45 kills. He's shattered now. We're still shooting at him. They still are. Gotta be careful of that. You don't want to be wasting ammo on shattered units. Oh, and Peltos better get out of here. Sam Knights could probably take the spot, though. Yeah, I think this is the right call. They're probably just going to fall back to there. I'm curious as to if they will, how hard they're going to hold this general area here. They are leaving themselves pretty well exposed to fire. Yeah, it does look like they're probably going to more go like this. Pelt is actually shifting over here. He might be able to get up on this wall and get some javies down into the Nabatean heavy archers. I think that's what he's thinking, but Nabatea probably sees the threat and runs away. Ooh, ouch. Throwing javies at the running away hillmen. The Peltis also just killing them. So these Peltis only have 7 ammo because they're the 65 armor Peltis. Back here we also have some Thorough Spears. A lot of archer fire coming in on those Peltis. You saw the Easterns and the Nabateans shooting at it. The Nabateans over here don't seem to be shooting them though. So far, nothing coming out of the right side, which is probably fair. I think that anything you try to drop here is probably going to get swarmed and overwhelmed. Probably is best to get as much pressure going on this spot before you start trying to put pressure in places you really can't even support very well. Oh, the general getting shot. Rhodians have 117 kills. Nicely done. It's probably a lot of this stuff right here. Oh, and he does get a couple of the... Oh, and he's still in range, too. Get out of there, Nabatea. Run! Run for your life! He doesn't even realize he's still in range. The Nabatean heavy archers are shooting down the wall at him, though. Ouch, 6 men lost. Here we go. So they've got a couple Cartleys in now as well. So we'll probably see a little bit of counterattack here by a tiny little Italian sword. Got a Rhodian slinger up on the hill shooting down at the attackers. It's not a bad little view there. Galatian sword's going to charge out and meet the hillmen. And then maybe a Sam Knight going to go attack the Cartleys? No, Sam Knights are going to get the Nabatean swords, but Nabatean swords get a free charge. Charge bonus 24. Galatian swords doing okay, 63 kills. You also can hear, I believe we can hear the Scorpion shooting. Is it this guy? No. Maybe it was just the... Yeah, it must have just been the jabbies here from the Agema spears. Sure sounded like that of the Scorpion. Scorpion, as of right now, doesn't really have a target. Kind of surprised they haven't shifted it over like here or something. In the few games that I've covered on Eilden for the tournament so far, this has been a pretty good position for the Scorpion. As well as on the hill, it actually gives you a pretty good vantage. Sam Knight Warriors going against the Armored Desert Hoplites now. Armored Desert Hoplites, 184 kills. Down to 53 men, not even a Chevron yet, though, so you can tell what they've been killing has been pretty cheap stuff. Bounce power is pretty... It's pretty well in the defender's favor at this point. So it'll be interesting this early into the game, how does that change throughout the game? Because it's pretty early to see it like that. So I'm interested to see how this game ends up. The Game of Spears now getting charged by the Cartley Axeman because the Galatian sword broke. But the Thorough Spear's turning and getting pretty good shots. Excuse me, pretty good shots there. Sorry about that. Got the archers for Pergamon up, but they are just getting shot up right now. 68 out of 120. Got the Eastern archers shooting it. I don't know why you're shooting straight into the Sam Knights. That's kind of my big question. Sam Knights 95 armor, and you're shooting straight into their shields. So probably not the best shot there. Getting rid of Pergamon's archers, probably not a terrible idea. The Game of Spears now taking on the Cartleys. The Game of Spears are not terrible units. They are basically a Thorough Spear that is just better. Got a good flanking there. The Hillmen coming around and flanking into the back of the Thorough Spear there. Sam Knight Warriors, 89 kills. They've lost 60 men. Let's get a close and in-depth view here. Don't you love the purple or blue, whatever you want to call it, on the helmets? Now switch out with a fresh Cartley Axeman. Nabatean Armored Desert Hoplites, excuse me, coming out of the combat. There are only 38 men left on those. A lot of fire going straight into the Agemas, man. 35 kills, 27 kills, 52, and 49. Easterns, we've got 69, giggity, 5, 1, and where's, oh, here we go. 97 on this one, not bad. Got a couple Rhodian Slingers, that depleted Archer, Pergamon, a Pick Peltis, so they do have a Pick Peltis. Looks like maybe even 2 of them. Pretty sure that was a Pick Peltist. Yep. It's a little bit of a mixture there for Pergamon. Still means there's going to be a lot of Javelins on the field. I said that earlier. Rhodian Slingers, 164 kills. I don't think we're going to see much of a push this way. Looks like they are putting a lot of their pressure just straight here by the gate. Down small Eildon, the cap point is here. On the large size Eildon, the cap point is up here. Italian Sword's still just chilling over here. The Scorpion has been firing. He's got 49 kills so far on the Eastern Scorpion. I wonder, is he shooting up at the hill? Yeah, he is, and actually I think that's a great shot. Reach out and touch somebody way back there on this defense that you're not even going for. I actually don't think that's a terrible idea. They're well and exposed. What is he shooting at? The Game of Spears, it looks like? 158 out of 160. Let's see if we can catch one. Yep, there you go. See that? Rhodians once again getting some good shots here. Okay, he's got to get out of there, though. Eastern Archers are starting to get a volley on him. Those Rhodian Slingers, people always think of Balearics when they think of, like, the really good slingers. But Rhodians are actually better slingers than Balearics are. The Balearic slingers are better at the melee combat, while Rhodians are better at the actual slinging. They actually, so since they neutralized the gate, they're actually pushing stuff up through the gate. And all that's holding them at the moment is a tiny, tiny little Legema Spear. If they're not careful, that could be a problem. Because once this kind of, if you get attacked from the backside here, you know, it makes you kind of like freak out, right? You have to, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, you know, then you're trying to support this, but then this is getting hit. Just comes into a fast fiasco. So they fell back behind the gate. See that? Sam Knight Warrior about to break. 78 out of 160, damn. Charging back into combat should kind of revitalize that morale. People don't always realize, sometimes you actually get a little bit of a buff for entering combat. Like a buff to morale. Because it's basically like it's a survival mode thing, right? Your unit, your men are like, well shit, I'm fighting, I better, you know, fight as hard as I can. Game of Spears, I don't think, there we go. I was going to say, I don't think they do sell their javelins. See all the stones coming in from the Rhodians over there? $54 kills and 31. This is the one shooting, though. And I think, is the Thuros going to come over here and shoot? No, so he's going to hold this while the Sam Knight Warrior comes and hits it in the back. It's probably the right call. Nabatean Archers shooting at the Pick Peltist over here. Good call, get him out of there. Same thing the Rhodians, you should probably get him out. 227 kills, but they're out of ammo. If you're lucky, they forget and start shooting it. Light Peltis, 30 kills. This over here is getting a little wish-washy. Samnite went back and swapped out with the Thorough Spear. If I was the Thorough Spear, I might just go in here. Ping pong it. Or what is shooting? Is it the Light Peltis throwing all the way over there? Oh no, it is the Rhodians. They do still have ammo. Ah, I knew it. I was surprised when I saw their daggers out. I was like, yeah, they probably still have ammo. Oh no, their swords are out. Okay. Tricky, tricky. What you did, at least, unless I just totally saw it wrong. Yeah, I think what he's doing, so if you select your archers or your slingers, and if you hit F, as in Frank, it will put them in melee mode, which means they pull out their swords. Well, archers also pull out their swords when they're out of ammo. So sometimes, especially if you have high kill count, you can sometimes trick people. Oh no, that slinger's out of ammo. I'm not going to shoot it and waste my ammo. And then all of a sudden, you start shooting him, and he's like, what the fuck? I thought he was out of ammo. It's tricky, tricky. Easter Archer's getting some shots into the Gema Spears over here. Do we have Colchian Nobles in? Yeah, we do. Look at that. I like it. I think it's funny that Colchian Nobles have a 105 armor, but are only considered heavy spear infantry. To compare, Armored Desert Hoplites have 90 armor, and they are very heavy spear infantry. Just a funny thing. Colchian Nobles going in. So we actually have 2 in. Yeah, so we actually have one here and then one over here. This one just went hoplite formation. You can see he's using the Cartley to kind of cover the flank of it. But the Light Peltis doing the right call, just throwing right into that. Sword side too. Nabatean Swords, 115 kills. Pretty good, pretty good. And we got a fresh Nabatean Sword. He's had some combat, but he's 153 men still. He's going to go support their Armored Desert Hoplites here. This is a nice little position here, Thorough Spear. Kind of got a little bit of an elevated shot into that Armored Desert Hoplite. Mercenary Italian Swords still here. You can see most of their stuff has basically moved into the settlement. They have some stuff sitting outside, but not very much. Some archers, you know, a couple Armored Desert Hoplites, but that's about it. Thorough Spear, 28 kills. Rhodian Slingers, 257 now. Got the Royal Peltis back here. The attackers have gained quite a bit of ground, and it does look like they have evened out the balance of power a little bit. I told you it would be interesting to see, you know, earlier where the game started with, to be perfectly honest with you, a pretty good balanced power going towards the defenders early on. Interesting to see how, you know, we're a little bit later and seeing how that has adjusted and changed. I think it's really going to come down to, do the defenders have enough ammunition to lay into these guys? Those Armored Desert Hoplites are really tough to slow down. They're seriously just tanks. Eastern Scorpion for Nabatea, 123 kills now. Eastern Archer's moving up. Where are we going? What are we going for? So all of these guys are shooting straight over into the Samnites, I believe. Big Peltis are now going to switch out. Big Peltis are not terrible in combat. Not a frontline unit, though. Italian Swords getting in on the Nabatean Noble Cav gen. Armored Desert Hoplite went into combat. He might be able to go and kind of get some flanking hits on him. But that was really close. He almost lost a lot of his general. Cartley Axeman charging in on some Agema Spears. Now this is another pick peltist. It's about half health, but he's got 63 kills. Still a lot of javelins for the defenders. We do have the Etiers general in though. So the Royal Peltist in. It's got 51 kills. It only lost one man. It's pretty good. It was basically just Nabatean swords, though. Now, the Nabatean Scorpion has switched spots. He's actually shooting over here now, and I like that change. He's at 136. The defenders are really just running out of troops to hold some of these gaps. They definitely don't have enough to hold this large of one. They've got 3 units tied up on this side. A healthy thorough spear, 2 healthy thorough spears. The Royal Peltist General is over here. And if he's careful, he'll get kind of cut in a bad spot. So I think he honestly might already be in that bad spot. If he was to retreat, he would need to go that way. But to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know that they've got a better place to retreat to. Because back here, I don't know that they have any good defensive positions here. Kind of in the same spot of just not a whole lot of troops to hold a lot of spots. Royal Peltist going to charge in. Nope, thought he was. There we go. 87 kills, 88. He got some kills with his javelins there for a second. Javelin men, 23 kills. So they've got one Agema holding over. It's not even a full one. But look at the gap. That one Agema's not holding all of that. Scorpion, 129 kills, and he does seem to have ammo still. Agema Spear General shifting over here, which leaves this one Agema Spear to hold this side. And I really don't think they're going to take on an Armored Desert Hoplite. Says combat even. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, says combat even. It just needed a second to register. Colchian Noble General. Nabatean Heavy Archers, 159, 179. Then we got 96 and 93. I wonder, are these two out of ammo probably? Yeah, looks like it. Then it looks like Nabatean General may now make his way in. Getting a cav unit here could be really, really bad. A tiny unit of Samnites pushing around. Colchian Noble Gen gonna go try and intercept, but he might be a little late. Yeah, he's a little bit late. Samnite gonna get in here. Where did the Royal Peltist General go? Oh, he's back here. 116 kills with a Chevron, not bad. General getting in on the javelins here. There's a Rhodian Slinger here as well. And honestly, I would just loop right back into the Scorpion. I think army loss is going to kick in pretty quick. Especially if they lose a gen. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Etiers loses his general here, and that might be what triggers it. Or it could be Agema Spears. They're also in combat. But this does look like it is going to be another win for Cimmerias Chosen. The general continuing to be a nuisance. He... wavering... Okay, shatters the Scorpion. Now he's getting to the back of a lot of the javelins and archers, Rhodian Slingers, so on and so forth. May not be a terrible idea to come and bounce into the back of the Agema Spear General. Royal Peltis Gen trying to fall back. He's getting shot up. Let's be honest with you, at this point, you might as well just fight it through. 172 kills, almost 2 chevrons. Not sure why he goes shield wall. I don't think it's really doing you any benefits here. Army losses. Yeah, the Game of Spear General, I think, is what triggered it. He is gone. So what's left? Is it just the Rhodian, looks like? And maybe the General. Oh, nope, that's it. I was going to say maybe the General, like, comes back and, you know, they have to kill him in a couple seconds or something. All right, pretty good match all in all. So, starting off for the Cimmerias Chosen, we have Destro with 2481 as Nabatea. Oh, there he is. Archers all did really well. 302 on the General with 2 chevrons, 158 on the Scorpion. And, I mean, the tanks, man. The tanks just making it through. But even Nabatean Swords all doing really well, too. Rogel Dorn as Kolkus with 1772. 2 of his Kolki Nobles doing pretty solid. A couple of his archers did pretty good. And, I mean, the Carly Axemen did an admirable job of just kind of making their way into the settlement and kind of just tanking a lot. So, now for the Etiers, we have Tribe Tommy as Pergamon, 1,578 kills. He, I think, really just kind of outmatched. You know what I mean? Those Armored Desert Hoplites are just tough. You know, so a lot of the Game of Spears, I just don't think they had quite enough punch to, you know, really keep in this battle. Then we have Kefford as Epirus with 1762. His slingers, man, did really, really well. 179 on the General. And then, you know, the Samnites did pretty solid, but that was pretty most of it. Well, that is going to be it for today's battle and this matchup between Cimmerias Chosen and the E-Tiers. Don't forget to look in the description for all of the other Total War streamers who are also covering battles. Check out their channels and check out all the other awesome matchups. That is going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.